That's why I'm raising my visual aid.
There we go. Cindy Costa and Jackson Rhodes are here today. Thank you so much for being here. We're talking about David's Trail, a new bike run trail, and we want to talk about the C3 Community Charity event. How did that idea come up?
We started that, Dan, last year as a fundraiser for some local community charities, and are on our second time around this year. We've gotten permission from the Corps to set it on the first Saturday of October every year, so we'll be doing this
annual event
going forward.
Good. Now, for people that don't know about David's Trail, kind of tell us about it.
Well, you all were out there for the dedication in October of '08, and we appreciate that coverage. XL7 was there, and we've been slowly working on building the trail and making it.
You have 6 miles, is that what
it's about 7.
You told me about 6 miles.
7 miles, okay.
Yep, and it is in the core strip along Lake Norfolk. Pretty much now it runs from Panther to Robinson Point.
Okay, right. And this charity event is going to be when? When is it going to be?
Saturday, October 2nd.
Okay. And what can people expect when they come out?
Well, we've partnered with people like the Hospital Foundation, so Cindy can talk a little bit about it from a charity partner standpoint.
Okay. Well, this is a great opportunity that Wells Fargo is giving us, because all 6 of the charities, they're going to get every penny of their proceeds, plus Wells Fargo will double what everybody gives.
Oh, wow.
So
there's
a lot of
the local office will, or
there's a
that
lot
would be Jackson.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
there's a lot
that's
on
that's
you.
Jackson right there.
Well, yeah, that's not 100% true. Last year, the charities, Dan, raised $15,000. So this year, we said we would match what they raised last year.
Okay.
So if they can do as well as they did last year, we ought to be able to come up with $30,000 total for the local charities. But we are trying to run it as a charity competition, so the charities are in a good-natured way competing with each other.
So it's up to you to get people out there.
That's right.
To sponsor, to get him to move off center.
Or people right here.
Right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Right,
now
there
you
we
need
go.
to tell the viewers, first of all, it's a community charity run bike, and I was looking the stuff over the other day. You've got a 5K, a 10K, and a half? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, the trail, yes. We are doing a 5K, which is a little bit over 3 miles, a 10K, a little bit over 6, and a 15K, which is a little bit over 4.5, or a half marathon, which is a little bit over 13. So you can choose your distance if you want to do a timed race. If you want to just come out and walk, that's also perfectly fine, and we have aid stations set up every 1 mile. And then the hospital is doing an aid station at the half mile, so you can come out and choose your own distance if you don't want to have a time.
So you compete or not compete, as far as that goes?
Correct.
Good.
Now, we've got bike races too. They're not going to be in conjunction with what's going on with the run. Is it going to be at a different time? Or?
It's going to be on a different course. That's right, Dan.
Okay.
The bike route goes out Highway 101,
Okay.
and it dips into toward Blue Lady Resort, and then it goes up to the Gamelia Swim Beach and back. And we have some cyclists that will do one loop that's 27.5 miles, and then we also have some that will do it twice. So they'll do a 55-miler.
Should we talk about price to participate? Do you have those structures available where we can talk about them now?
The majority of the events will be $18. There are a few, the longer portions of it, that will be $30. And another thing that people can do, they can come and participate in one event and pay $18, and whatever they pay above that also goes to the charity. So they can do it just as a complete donation. Like I said before, Wells Fargo is going to double what people give.
She keeps
loves
telling
saying
me.
that, doesn't she?
Keep double.
That's going to start, what, about 8 o'clock? Something like that, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, we're going to start the ride and the run at 8. We'll have food there. KTLO will be doing a live remote, and we'll be there until 2 o'clock.
Okay. So if people had never been out to the trail, this would be a good time because it's kind of set up. There's lots of people out there that can come out there and look around. And could people do the run and the bike ride, or you need to get it all done? Because last year, didn't you have a Dare to Do 3 or something like that? There was a part where some people actually signed up to do them all or something. Okay.
And we'll have a few this year. It's pretty challenging and a lot to do at one time. But yeah, there will be some that will do some of each.
Good. And every participant gets a T-shirt when they're showing up?
Every participant gets a T-shirt. We
hold
brought
this up.
some for you and your staff.
Oh, this is one of those wicking material type of things, right?
That's for the runner.
yeah.
I
Cool.
know there's a runner that's one of your co-hosts.
Ah, yes, see that? Is this one
one
for
of
me?
my co-hosts? Is that yours?
That's tiny, Jackson. That
We
is
have a
tiny.
variety
I
of
think you can
sizes,
squeeze
so
it.
I
depending
think
upon
so.
whether
I
you
wear a
like them
small.
snug
Let me-
or
let me
not.
see.
There you go.
I wear a small.
What size is that?
I don't know. I can't read that with my glasses on, Dan.
You know, I think my granddaughter could wear that. But
It's a youth medium.
There you go.
There you
Here's
go.
a small.
Good. Yeah, I know. Because I say I can't fit in the youth medium.
We've got one of each, so it goes all the way up.
Yeah, this would be good. I can run in this.
All right.
And we'll
Wow, this is
have
snazzy.
colored armbands for
okay.
everybody.
All righty.
Now, do you need volunteers? Because last year you were asking for some people even to volunteer to help out, or have you got all that covered this year? Could you use some people?
We
If
can
somebody
always
just-
use volunteers.
If someone just wanted to come out and help.
All the charities are also working on getting as many volunteers as possible.
Do they sponsor aid stations? Because sometimes different groups will sponsor aid stations.
We've got several aid stations, and we're just dispersing volunteers to different ones. We've got volunteers will help with registration, with timing of the races, with setup, takedown, and Jackson is also offered another bonus.
It's a competition, right? So we're trying to make it fun. So we have challenged the charities to keep track of how many volunteers they can get there, and we'll do a bonus for the charities that can move the most of their supporters out there.
Okay. Now, because you brought a youth medium, does this mean any age can join?
Yeah.
This is not, for adults, so people come out with children.
Well, last year my daughter Sunny, and you know Sunny, last
yeah.
year Sunny
Yeah.
did the short bike ride and the short run.
Oh, wow. Okay, more questions for our viewers at home. What can I expect on the trail? What's the surface like? In case I might, because when people come out, they hear trail. What's it look like? How smooth, how rocky, that sort of thing?
It's what we call a natural surface. We have done our best to get rid of the rocks and the roots, but it is still in the woods along the core strip. It's pretty wide though, Sandy, so
Okay.
it is two abreast trail.
That'd be good. Because people like to come out and walk, and then of course we always say with our demographic in Mountain Home, the smoothness of the trail matters a lot. So even though it's in the woods, you have Jackie told me you guys were trying to make it softer.
It's a large challenge, but
That's what he told me. He said they're trying to make it softer.
yeah.
Yeah. So that way, anyone you wouldn't have to be a runner. Anyone who gets out and walks could comfortably walk without any danger of falling or anything like that. It's that clear.
Cindy had a lot of volunteers out last year. Like I said, the hospital manned an aid station at the half-mile mark, so a half-mile out and a half-mile back on the trail is a mile. And we had a lot of people did the shorter distance, and then we had a lot of people that pushed all the way out to the 4-mile mark, which gave them an 8-mile.
Oh, that's nice.
And so we have a mix of runners and walkers, and then some people in the middle.
We're talking about the community charity run bike race, and it's coming up October 2nd.
Yes, sir.
And registration, how do they get a hold of you for that?
There are places located all over town. You'll see signs up, and they'll have registrations forms there. We also have them out at Wells Fargo, at the hospital. All the charities have them, and also online.
Yeah, we have a website, c3mh.org or c3series.org. Both have the registration information there.
And we want to mention the charities. Jackson told me I could hold up this visual aid here for me. You have the Baxter County Library Foundation, so we've talked about that. We've got the Baxter Regional Hospital Foundation, the Twin Lakes Community Foundation, the Mountain Home Christian Clinic, the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce, and the David's Trail Organization. So these charities will receive
And I
funds.
think Wells Fargo.
And
has a
Wells
little bit of-
Fargo's a sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't give Jackson money. Jackson gives us money. This is Jackson.
Okay.
I mean, Jackson, you've just become charity. Here we go.
Well, we don't mind if you give us money.
That's right. We don't mind. That's what Jackson does. He works with your money, Daniel. It's okay. That's what Wells Fargo does.
All right.
And if you
He's slow.
pre-register before October 1st, you're also automatically entered into a drawing for a
drawing.
great prize package. It's a weekend at Blue Lady Resort. along with a wine tasting of Raimondo Winery, and a great gift basket from out there.
And you're guaranteed to get a T-shirt that fits.
Yes.
You get the
Yeah.
early sizes for them.
And
That's important in a race. I've been stuck without the T-shirt that doesn't fit
This is that
before.
stretchy wicking material, right? Is
Yeah,
that
but if
what
I
this is?
squeezed into that, we would take that home to Sunny.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can get into that,
Oh,
no problem.
Yeah, I could, but please.
Jackson, Cindy, we thank you so much for being here. Great
welcome.
event
Thank you.
coming up October 2nd. Register now, and you can, if you register for the second,
Before the 1st.
before the 1st, you can be a part of the big drawing they've
Yeah.
got.
So
And
it's
you-
on the 2nd, right? Saturday?
Yes.
At
And you
8
can
a.m.
register at any of the participating charities, or
deal.
Wells Fargo, or the Chamber, any of them.
Thank you so much for being
Wonderful.
here. Great event. Hopefully it becomes a success, annual event. And
People look forward
bigger,
to
bigger
it.
things.
Train for it, Daniel. I'll train you
I-
for it next
train.
year.
You'd be my personal trainer.
I will, buddy.
All right.
We both live in Harrison. You just come to the house and I'll
Yeah, but
work you out good.
I'm a little.
You're
See,
afraid, you're
I'm
terrified of
starting
me.
to get stuttering.
Stuttering,
now.
you're terrified of me. I told Jackson I
That's
run
it.
on the golf course, up and down those hills. Yeah, every morning.
That would be terrifying to see you run, you know, like that. Coming at me, running at me, and change.
Did I tell you about the guy who came out of the fog one
Yeah, you
time and
told me
scared me to
that.
death?
You told
Oh,
me
I
that.
don't want that to happen anymore. Yep.
Scary.
It was scary.
It
Poor
was.
Jake, they're like, oh dear, come on more often. This is fun all the time. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We're just about that hour out of time.
Okay.
See you again next time.
All right, bye.
Oh.